Okay, y'all, so this is part two. If you ain't watched part one, please go do so because part two will confuse you. Okay, y'all, so Chris tell Latavia straight up, like, McKinley is on some stalking ass upset shit. I don't know if she wants your life or she want what you get, but I done seen that girl numerous of times while we was out. So, y'all, Latavia basically telling Chris what her boyfriend in the past did to her and all that stuff like that. Chris tell Latavia, like, yeah, that's fucked up, that dude, playing her to the left and all that stuff like that, but you gotta wake up. You gotta understand that this girl is jealous of you. Like, this girl want what you got. And Chris felt like McKinley was the type of person that wouldn't stop until she get what the fuck she really want, which is Latavia life. So after hearing all this from Chris or whatever, Latavia was like, I'm gonna call McKinley and talk to her and see, what's what. So that's exactly what she did. When she called McKinley, McKinley sounded like she was very depressed, like she was sad, like she had been crying, you know what I'm saying? She just like the tone of her voice or whatever made Latavia wonder. So Latavia asking her friend, like, what's wrong, friend? Like, is everything all right? McKinley trying to play victim or whatever. She telling Latavia, friend, it ain't even no point of me explaining because you wouldn't understand. She told Latavia how she felt like Latavia had a perfect life, like she had a man that actually cared about her, that valued her, and respected her. Meanwhile, she's single. So y'all, at this point, she doing comparisons with their motherfucking life. She telling Latavia how she got a big, nice house and how she got a nice car and how she got a good career. A man that's aiming for a career. So Latavia being a true friend that she been, she like, friend, don't worry about none of that. You gonna have it. Like, you just gotta be patient. You just got out of a relationship. You just started a good ass job. She just trying to uplift her friend and motivate her to keep on going. But in McKinley eyes, McKinley feeling like Latavia do not understand. She felt like she would never have what Latavia have. Like, because they not the same. You know what I'm saying? So when Latavia would tell McKinley all these things to stay motivated, stay in a positive mindset, this, that, and third, it was really going in one ear and out the other to McKinley. So y'all fast forward a little. Latavia was telling McKinley, like, friend, just be strong or whatever. I'ma check on you. You able to come to the crib whenever you want. I'ma still invite you out, just not right now because Chris got things that, he wanna talk about within our relationship. So Latavia heads home, y'all, and she meets up with Chris. So y'all, as Latavia is pulling in her driveway or whatever, so her crib or whatever, Chris gets out his motherfucking car and he is heated, y'all. And Latavia not understanding why Chris heated or whatever. So she asked him, like, baby, what's wrong? She see that he pacing, he mad, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, you gotta leave your friend alone. I'm not playing. So at this point, it's interfering with their relationship. Chris was telling Latavia straight up, bro, McKinley is not your friend. McKinley is jealous of you, bro. She want what you want. And I'm trying to tell you this because I care about you and I love you. So y'all, a little bit before Latavia went over there to McKinley house, Chris had received a text. And the text was basically saying, like, you gonna be gone real soon, I promise you. And the only person he could think of that said that shit was McKinley because she said that shit at the gym to him. So at this point, y'all, he in the yard, he paced and he mad as fuck. Latavia pulls up in the driveway and see that Chris is pacing back and forth and she notices that he's mad. So y'all, Chris telling Latavia, like, bro, you gotta leave that girl alone. Like, this shit interfering with our relationship. It's either her or it's either me. Now, I know y'all probably like, damn, that's fucked up for him to sit there and give her an ultimatum. Like, you need to choose between me or your friend. But y'all got to understand, this girl, it was getting to the point where it was out of hand. She was watching everything that Chris was doing. Like, she wanted Chris out the picture so that she could have Latavia all to herself. And although Latavia didn't peep that shit, Chris peeped that shit. So, y'all, Latavia trying to be the peacemaker or whatever in her relationship, she suggests that they all sit down and have like a mutual conversation and see what's going on. Now, out of all the times that McKinley was invited to come over, this time, y'all, she declined. She gave Latavia this sad ass story about how she feel like Chris is after her, how Chris don't like her, so she prefer to stay away. So Latavia, this making Latavia feel some type of way because she like, damn, okay, my boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, and my best friend, they not really seeing eye to eye, and I'm really trying to get down to the bottom of it, but they won't put their pride to the side to come together and actually have a grown-up conversation. So like I said, y'all, Chris gave Latavia an ultimatum, like, it's either her or it's either me. And the reason being was because he felt like he was juggling his life playing with Latavia. He getting threats, texts, messages to his phone. You know what I'm saying? Somebody calling on his phone, playing private. Every time he turn around to take his girl out or whatever, he's seeing McKinley, face. And that shit would scare any motherfucking body, don't you think?